guys, happy Monday. Thank you for joining me in my peak week sneak peek. I know this is super early. I have a client at 6 a.m., hence the 4 a.m. wake up call. So I woke up, my alarm was off at 4 o'clock in the morning, and my little helpful tip to you guys is set your alarm so that it can ring 2 separate times where you actually have to wake up. So I set my alarm for 4 a.m. knowing that it will go off twice because my final wake up call, I have to be up and out of my bed by 4:15 every morning if I want to make it to the gym by 4:45. So I like to do my fasted cardio. What I've been doing for the past 3 weeks is an hour of fasted cardio in the morning. So I typically will do that from 4:45 to 5:45 in the morning on the Stairmaster. Sometimes I'll do 30 minutes on the Stairmaster at intervals, usually doing between 75 steps per minute, 82 steps per minute, and then 89 steps per minute. Your Stairmaster might be a little bit different. We have Lifetime Fitness equipment here at our gym, so that's the equipment that I use if that's what you have at your gym. If you have a membership at a gym, that would probably be pretty standard. And then I'll sometimes do like a 30-minute HIIT session, maybe with some of the other people at the gym. I'll usually invite them to, do a workout with me or check it out. I'll do something on Beachbody On Demand. What I love is the cardio flow from 80 Day Obsession or T25 or Insanity Max 30 are all great options that I'll do. So if I'm not doing an hour on the Stairmaster, I will do 30 minutes on the Stairmaster and then 30 minutes of a HIIT workout. My coach met me this morning, so I got here at 4:45, and I had gotten in about 35 minutes on the Stairmaster before my coach came to meet me, and she said, hop off that Stairmaster. You are no longer doing an hour of cardio in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening. You are strictly to only do 30 minutes of cardio a day, starting now. So I only had to do 35 minutes on the Stairmaster this morning. As you can tell, I was definitely pushing myself hard. This is sweat from still about 15 minutes ago. So, my cardio is not just lightly walking on the Stairmaster. My heart rate is between 160 and 177 usually on the Stairmaster. So obviously I am not a physician. I don't know what your underlying health conditions are, but that is where my heart rate is typically on the Stairmaster. So she looked over my body, and I'll kind of show you so she basically had me stripped down to my shorts. So I have my shorts on, and she just was reviewing kind of where everything is. Obviously these are a little bit tighter, but from where I am at a competitor standpoint, she said I could walk on stage right now, and without a doubt in her mind, she thinks that I would place. So with that being said, she actually wants me to start adding in some more carbohydrates and some more fat. My metabolism is just through the roof right now, which is so surprising for me to say because I've always been convinced that I've had like the slowest metabolism ever. But revving my metabolism up for 13 weeks and being on a very, very high protein, high fat, high carbohydrate diet, and then slowly cutting things out. So that's the trick here, is slowly cutting things out. So for most of my prep guys, I was on a very high fat, high protein, high carb diet, and it was slowly cutting things out of my food and slowly adding things in with my workouts so that your body wasn't going into starvation mode. So things like that. Oops, sorry, I think someone's trying to pop in. Hi! I was just doing a live video. Let me find a good place to finish this video for you guys. I'll go right in here. Yay, people are gonna think I'm nuts. So that's the trick, is slowly cutting things out and adding things in as far as your workout and nutrition so that your body doesn't go in starvation mode. But I was really happy to hear her tell me I go up from 1 tablespoon of peanut butter to 2 a day, because I have to kind of start filling myself out now. And in addition to the 2/3 cup of rice that I get, she's also giving me a full grapefruit to have for the day. So she just said I am definitely very lean, and for this week to do only 30 minutes of cardio, no more double sessions, and to add in a couple more carbs. Everything else stays the same. It's just those carbs and those fats that are going up. She will be meeting me here for my 30 minutes of cardio in the morning tomorrow, and then I have a session with her again on Wednesday, and then I see her on Thursday for a 60-minute heated yoga session. So I'm super excited. I'm feeling really good about where I'm at. I'm feeling really confident. She just like has been the best mentor ever. So that's really the update I have from my coach for you guys today on where I'm at for peak week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 30 minutes of cardio. That's it. Doesn't have to be fasted. It can be at any point. And then Monday is legs and abs. Tuesday is back and biceps, and then Wednesday is glutes, shoulders, and core. Thursday I'm only doing the yoga, and then Friday I do nothing. Friday I literally go get my mani, my pedi, my spray tan. I relax. She actually told me I have to pee in a bottle because I can't touch the spray tan. So all these fun things that I will be definitely keeping you guys updated on. I just wanted to pop in and share my grocery haul with you before we head out. I tried to take a nap with this one. Hi, my booger face. She's driving mama nuts today, but she did not want to nap. She has a little bit of a runny nose, and I think she napped enough when Daddy was home while I was training some clients today. Oh, thank you. So I just wanted to share a little bit of my groceries with you for the week. So, as I said before in this morning's video, my coach has upped my carbs by adding in some fruit. So yes, fruit is a carbohydrate, if you guys did not know that. And she's also upped my fats by giving me some ball with the ball. Ball with the ball. Alexa, play Havana. Go play Havana. Also up my fats by giving me a little more peanut butter. Oh my goodness, she says. Havana, oh nana. Okay, so without further ado, what I usually do at night is I will do 4 to 6 ounces. Hey Chelsea. I do 4 to 6 ounces of salmon. I'm lazy and I am also high maintenance, and I pay extra for the fresh salmon. Just when you've had to eat it as much as I've had to on this prep, the frozen just isn't as good. Like if I was only eating frozen a couple times, it wouldn't be a big deal. But Reagan, go dance. So I get the fresh. I go to Wegmans. I don't know what grocery store you guys have, but I love going to Wegmans. They can also package it in bulk for you. Just the one I went to was a smaller Wegmans, and they didn't have that option, so I just bought the pre-packaged fresh. Reagan is saying na 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 na. Here, zoom zoom, cool here. Where's your ball? Okay, so there's my salmon, and I have that at night, and I usually have that with some zucchini. So I do a cup of cut up zucchini, and I actually do that on the George Foreman, and I love it. I actually cook it together so that the zucchini kind of absorbs the flavor of the salmon, and I actually just do paprika on my salmon, and a little bit of crushed red pepper, because I'm actually not able to have salt at this point in my prep. So I will stick this in the fridge. So because she added some fruit back in, I got my grapefruits back. So I grabbed 3 grapefruits because we'll probably reassess each day what my nutrition will be. I know I'm obsessed with Wegmans. So every day we're kind of going to reassess what my nutrition is. She really just added in more carbs and more fats just to fill me out a little bit, because you want to look lean on stage, but you don't want to look like you're starving. So we're kind of gonna have to play it day by day. So I just grabbed some 3 grapefruits. I already had my fruit for the day. I had it as soon as I got home. I had some clementines, so I grabbed those. Reagan likes to sweep the floor, so that was the broom we just heard. Some more zucchini. So I just picked up 2 zucchinis. That's the one thing that's kind of hard about prep. The final week is you're basically a walking science experiment. So we can't say definitively what exactly my food is going to be for like the rest of the week. Sorry, because obviously I have the day before the show, and traveling and all those things. So as you guys saw this morning, I do a ton of egg whites. So I picked up some egg whites. I get ground turkey patties. I just think they taste better. Again, I do these on the George Foreman. I usually do these twice a day. I'll do 6 ounces, so it's 1 whole patty and then a half of a patty. I do 6 ounces of that twice a day. The first time I have it, I will do it with 2 cups of green beans, and the second time I have it, I will do it with 1 cup of asparagus. Hey Jess! So I do these twice a day. It's 1 1/2 patty that I do on the George Foreman. First time I'll do it with 2 cups of green beans. Second time I'll do it with 1 cup of asparagus. I get the, again, because I'm just high maintenance and lazy, I do the bags that are just like steamable bags, so you just stick these in the microwave. Earlier on in my prep, when I had to buy like a ridiculous amount of healthy food, I would not have done this. I would have just bought like a ton of asparagus and I would do it, I would steam it on top of the stove, but just because I haven't had to buy like a ton of food, I just bought 4 bags of the steamables, and this will be good to get me through the next 3 or 4 days. And then I do a cup of cauliflower every day. I have to pair it with one of my meals. I try to pair it with my pork, so I do 6 ounces of pork as one of my meals as well. So I do 1 cup of steamed cauliflower with that. Again, just took the lazy route today and got the steamable bags from Wegmans. I'm one of those people, I pay for convenience sometimes because my schedule is just crazy. Normally, I buy a big giant thing of cauliflower and I'll also steam that on top of the fridge. But just with the purpose of peak week really is essentially to let your body kind of, I don't want to say like repair itself, but it's kind of like when you are training for a marathon. You don't run 26 miles the week of your marathon. You kind of let your body rest. Same thing with peak week. It's more so just playing with your muscles, repair themselves a little bit, and kind of seeing what little tweaks you have to make before you step on stage. So a lot of it is mostly just nutrition based. It's about 3:17. I got my lifting done, had my clients this morning. I did 10 minutes of core, about 20 minutes of posing, and then I came home and I took the most amazing nap. Okay, so maybe it wasn't the best nap ever, but it was a solid 20 minutes before Reagan woke up, and then I snuggled with her for a little bit. I am now off to the gym because I have a client at 4, a class at 5, and then another client at 6. I will be making a pit stop at the bank. I got to pick up a couple of things, and then mailing something out to one of my awesome coaches, and then checking back in with my peak week sneak peek ladies later tonight. In case you were looking at my eyebrows, I'm looking at them too. I know they're terrible. I'm getting them waxed on Wednesday along with my eyebrows. And yes, I am getting a Brazilian. I've had them before. They're not that bad, ladies. And they are actually totally worth it. This is probably the question I get asked the most. Sorry, and I'm going to start sweating while I do this live video. So I'm going to try to go into as much detail as possible. I will include this all in the PDF that I will be completing post-show, but I'm going to try to be as specific as possible and kind of talk about things that I've learned, costs I really didn't know about, and why it's important to plan ahead for them. So first things first is supplements. During most preps, a lot of people have to take a ton of supplements. Fortunately for me, I've been drinking my Shakeology for 3 years, and I've only ever missed 1 day of it. Sadly, the only time I have not been able to drink it is this week. So I have been drinking that my entire prep. What I spend on Shakeology is about a quarter of what most people spend a month on all of their supplements in order to keep their immune system boosted. So a lot of supplements are fat soluble, and they have to be paired with other supplements. So, you know, you have your vitamin B, your vitamin D, your multivitamin, if people want to take glucosamine and all of those things. I mean, you're looking at $300 easy in those supplements. I am competing in an all-natural division, so I am not able to take anything that is an illegal or a hormone-boosting drug, which is fine because I would not want to compete in a division that took those anyways. But so for me, my supplements have been my Shakeology, and I take a BCAA, which is your amino acids. So I only spend about $140 $40 a month on those. Early on in my prep, I was drinking a pre-workout, which I have slowly also had to cut out leading up to peak week. But I was drinking my pre-workout, and I was also taking an additional protein shake, which was about another $80 a month. So, but these are all things that I get at a discounted rate being a coach. So I feel very blessed that I have been using these products for so long. I know what's in them. I know how to use them. I know how my body responds to them. So it was really easy to add them in and take them out. So as far as supplements, that is what I have been taking. I've been, Shakeology, Energize, Recover, and the BCAAs that I got are from GNC. I'm not a huge fan of shopping at GNC. The only reason I got these ones is because these were the ones that were recommended to me from my coach, which brings me on the topic of looking into a coach. Coaches range anywhere from being free. If you find someone on Instagram that maybe is up in starting their business, they want maybe some competitors to have in their portfolio. With that, be very cautious because they could just be giving you cookie cutter plans. My recommendation for a coach is to find someone that has competed before, that is also a coach that masters in their nutrition and in the workouts. And if you trust them, I would, reach out to them about being your coach. To me, you can't put a price tag on your health. You can't put a price tag on this opportunity. And, this process is a very long one, and it can be very enjoyable if you have the right coach, which I am very blessed. I have an amazing coach for my show, but it could also be very miserable if you have a terrible coach. So find a coach that genuinely has your best interest in mind. It doesn't necessarily matter what division your coach has competed in, except for your posing coach. So, my coach competes in physique. So she is the third level up from where Bikini is. And she just happened to me to be a mentor that, I just connected with really well. And she kind of just took me under her wing. But there are some coaches that for 12-week preps, you're looking between $250 to $750 and upwards for a competition prep. So to, keep those things in mind, I would recommend, if you're doing a Beachbody program, which I have done most of my prep, these are all great, but also know that what you are doing is taking it to that next level. So regardless if you plan on coaching yourself, it's always great to have an extra set of eyes, so that, and I see everyone popping in, I'm just so far from my phone I can't necessarily see it, just have another set of eyes, and someone that you really feel is truly invested in you. But so again, those coaches can really range anywhere from $250 to $750 and upwards, depending on which route you go. Which leads me into my posing coach. So posing is something that you want to figure out which division you're competing in. So I am competing in Bikini, I'm competing in novice and in open. Novice just means that I am a first-time competitor, so I will never be able to compete novice again. You have to know if your show is a sanctioned or an unsanctioned show. There are multiple organizations. There's IFBB, OCB, NPC. NPC is probably the most popular one that you guys know of if you've heard of the Arnold Classic. NPC is actually not a natural division. So while they do drug tests, it's random, and not everyone competes natural. So for me, I'm competing, my first show is an unsanctioned show through the Natural Muscle Association. In this, I have to take a polygraph and a drug test. So every single person stepping on stage has not taken a hormone or any sort of illegal substance to get any sort of additional results. Because if I were to compete in NPC, what their bikini competitors look like what natural, figure competitors look like. So their bikini in NPC they have a lot more muscle because a lot of them are taking extra things. So it would be unfair for me to step on stage and stand next to one of those girls who's possibly taking supplements while I am not. The reason it's important that you have a posing coach that is familiar with your organization and has competed in that division before is because they will know, will this organization require you to do quarter turns? Will they require you to do just front and back? Is there going to be a T-walk? Is there going to be, are you going to do your T-walk right after your quarter turns? Every organization has a different layout, has different requirements. Different judges in different organizations look for different things. So those posing coaches know how to pinpoint those things. My posing coach, and I'm gonna ask her. I'm not gonna give her name in here. I'm gonna ask her after I meet with her this week. She charges, very reasonable for what I think her services are. But I still, so I meet with her twice a week, and I spend about $75 a week on posing classes. So that right there for the past almost 5 weeks. That's almost $500. If you're putting in gas money, time, plus what I pay her. So that right there is about $500. So that's also an expense. Now, there are girls that do posing virtually. There are coaches that do these things virtually that are a lot less expensive, that are, again, might be free if they're trying to build their portfolio. But these are all things that you have to research, and you definitely want someone that knows their stuff. Which leads me into the most exciting part. I'm going to start going through my prep bag. So first thing is I will show you guys my bikini. This is my beautiful bikini. My bikini cost me, just for the bikini alone, it was about $550. It is custom made to fit me, so I sent in my measurements. It is just absolutely beautiful. So these are called your connectors, and there are all different kinds of connectors that you can get. Some girls just have plain ones. I decided, for me, I'm one of those people where if I'm going to do something, I just want to go all out. I want to know that I feel my best wearing it. I've told people that I feel about my bathing suit how most people feel about their wedding dress. I never want to take it off, and I've felt that way since the day I got it. And these are my bottoms. So they're, all bedazzled. So, that's an expense right there. Is, your bikini. There are some that you can get, they have like retail racks, they have sales, they have a ton of options for you to choose from. You don't have to get a super expensive bikini, but I do recommend that you get one that is, something that speaks to you. I will do another video this week about how to choose the right bikini for you. Again, this can maybe vary depending on your coach, the division you compete in, all these things. Everyone has a different opinion, but I will share with you the things that I have been told and what my humble opinion is on that. So again, with your bikini, you also get a ton of, stage jewelry. So I have my bracelet. Coach did not like the earrings that I purchased before. So these are the original ones that I purchased. She's not having me wear those. She's having, these ones, which you guys will laugh. These are actually clip-ons. I ordered them off Amazon, so I didn't know that they were clip-ons. And I ordered barrettes for my hair. I will be wearing extensions in my hair. I will get to that expense as well, but I will be clipping back the top part of my hair. And I also got new belly button rings that are silver that will match my jewelry. So, jewelry and shoes. I spent about another $100 between jewelry and shoes. And then you will also be getting something called Bikini Bite, which I have in this bag, because I didn't want to get all over my suit. And Bikini Bite and oil. Bikini Bite is about $20. The oil is about, I think, $11. But with that, your coach might also have you do a waist trainer, about 6 weeks out to kind of tighten up, that skin in your stomach, depending on if you've had a baby before. Maybe you just carry more fat in your abdomen. I had to get one. The band itself was like $20, but then the gel is pretty expensive. It's $20 a bottle. The bottle does last a while, except I lost my first one, so I had to buy another one. Okay, I'll get to this one after. So then also you pay for If you want to, you also pay for whoever is going to be backstage with you. So you're allowed to get like your coach and your posing coach. So I paid, the $50 for my coach to have her pass. And then you also pay for a drug test. So in addition to the cost of the show, which the cost of my show I think was about $100 overall, once I signed up and everything, and that's just for one show. So I'm competing in multiple shows. A lot of girls like to compete in multiple shows because you spend all of this time and money already. What's another $200 to enter into another show when you've already dropped thousands? So, and again, that might sound, you don't have to, there are ways around, those lower costs, but I'm just saying from my experience and how I chose to do this prep. So that the show itself is about $200, but then you also have to pay for your polygraph depending on if they're doing the drug test and the polygraph. So all of those good things. Now, your manicures, your pedicures, you do want to have your nails and your toes done. Those are just things that, you want to be as presentable as possible. I think of it as like prom or your wedding day. You're putting in a ton of effort, a ton of time. A lot of people work ridiculously hard for their wedding day, and I think the same thing should go into your show. That's how I feel when I put my bathing suit on. I'm like, this is like my wedding dress. And then things like, what do you want your hair to look like? Some people want shorter hair for stage. I wanted longer hair, so I paid for extensions. But so all those things, your nails, your pedicure, if you choose to get a wax, if you want hair extensions, if you want your airbrush makeup done, I'm also choosing to get my airbrush done. And also just so happens that my friend who's doing the airbrush does my lashes, and she's also going to be bringing touch-ups for the spray tan to the show. So as you can tell, this is not an inexpensive sport. It is very expensive. It is very time-consuming. As a mom and as a coach, there have been plenty of times where I felt very selfish spending this kind of money on myself, but above all, this kind of time on myself. But I also think that it speaks volumes about how you are able to inspire others, and I have to constantly remind myself that I didn't do this show just for me. I did this show because I wanted to show other moms that maybe who have wanted to compete in the past or have struggled to take it to that next level, that if I can do this, you can fit in, a 30 or a 60-minute workout, that you never have to be confined by the walls in which you create for yourself, because that's all mental. So every time I kind of had those mental blocks, I just kind of kept reminding myself of those things. But it is definitely not an inexpensive sport by any means. I will show you what is in the last bag. Again, obviously these are not fully packed because I still have several days home, but I did pack all of my goodies for post-show. So actually the day of the show, depending on how my body looks, I might actually be eating some of this food before I even step on stage, just to fill me out a little bit. Sugar is a fast-acting carb. It'll fill out your muscles, but not necessarily bloat you. I already know that I'll be getting Reese's peanut butter cups before I step on stage, so I've bought my candy. The show is about an hour and a half away from my house, so I have a lot of time in the car. So I bought some Oreos, some trail mix, my Reese's before I step on stage, my Twix, because I love Twix, and my Snickers. So, and more Reese's. So, food is another huge expense. You eat, people have this misconception that you, as a bikini competitor or any fitness competitor, that you starve yourself, that it could not be further from the truth. I've actually built a craving, like my taste buds have completely changed. I actually crave most of the food that I eat now. I look forward to my turkey burgers and my asparagus. I look forward to my breakfast every single morning. I will continue with that breakfast and my dinner after this show, no question. I love my salmon at night. I love my eggs, but it is a lot of food. So coming from someone who was following the 21-day fix before, which I did follow for most of my prep, I just basically used my 21-day fix containers as measuring cups, and then just figured out what my macros were, and I measured with my cups instead of a scale. But my food more than doubled. So that increased my grocery bill. My biggest pet peeve that people have is that they think that eating healthy is expensive. And while yes, maybe you do spend a little more up front, I will tell you that most of my food lasts in the fridge, stays good longer. It's all about how you prep it, all about where you buy it, making sure that you're buying good produce and things like that. But it's an investment in your health, guys. I have not been to the doctor other than an OBGYN visit or a dental visit or a checkup for my skin in over 3 years since I started eating right, working out regularly, and drinking my Shakeology. So that's a shit ton of money in co-pays that I've saved, especially if you have a high deductible. And for me, it's just worth it. You are increasing your lifespan, and you are, preventing your risk of heart disease, obesity, diabetes, all of those things. So it's an investment. Your Shakeology is an investment in your health. Eating right is an investment in your health. But do keep that in mind. And then post-show, obviously, you want to celebrate. So you're going to be eating a lot of food. So all these things are things that you definitely have to consider if you want to compete. I get a lot of ladies wanting to compete, wanting to join my challenge groups, and I mean, this is a free group, so this is kind of more so, it's free, there's no requirement for it, but I get a lot of ladies that want to compete, and then when I tell them what my meal plan is, they are scared by the price of Shakeology, scared by the price of the performance line, scared by how much your grocery bills are going to cost. And to me, I understand that yes, it's an investment, but if you truly want to do something, you will find a way to do it. That is how I've always been. That has always been my mindset. That's how I've always chose to live my life. I understand that some people aren't able to open up credit cards if they don't have credit before, haven't had a credit before, but I mean, there have been plenty of times in my life that I have charged things on credit cards simply because I did not want to miss out on an opportunity that I knew in my heart would be worth it. So if competing is something that you truly in your heart want to do, there is, where there's a will, there is a way. There are less expensive alternatives on competing. I wouldn't necessarily say in the food and supplement division, but as far as your suit, how you choose to go about picking a coach, things like that. But it all factors in. So I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed going through my bag with me. I will be popping in, during the rest of the week. I'll be posting tonight what tomorrow's topics will be, so that you guys kind of have an idea. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. If you liked this video, give me some thumbs ups and some hearts. I have a team call actually that I'm going to go tune into right now. I have a little bit of a leadership training after that, and then I'm going to go to bed because my plan is to get my workout started by 4:30 in the morning tomorrow, because I have 30 minutes of cardio and that's it, and then I just have back and biceps. So my plan is to get my workout done first thing in the morning. Thank you. So that the rest of the day can go smooth and I can focus the day on my business. So you guys have been awesome. I've loved sharing all of this information with you guys. I hope you guys feel special because I haven't really given anyone else this much information on my show. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for letting me share my heart with you today. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
So yesterday I ate all the carbs, and I swear I woke up looking more lean this morning. I don't know how.
Officially another sleep closer to show day. I have only 30 minutes of cardio from here on out, up through Wednesday. Then after that, no more cardio, and just my about to go tanning. I've had a super relaxing day. It was really nice. I got my cardio, back, biceps, and core all done this morning. Had most of my meals except for my last one. I'm just gonna go tanning, stop at the grocery store, and then I will head home. I'll work a few hours on my business, and then I'll probably go to bed early, and I'm gonna try to wake up at 3:30 tomorrow and get my cardio, glutes, core, and shoulders done, because I only have one client at 9 a.m. and then I only have 2 clients on Thursday, and then I'm done with clients for the rest of the week, because I have appointments tomorrow, Thursday. Hey guys, I just wanted to pop in and give you a little update. We are 3 days out from show day. 3 days, right? 6 days, 5 days. Yeah, pretty much 3 days. I am off to go get my Brazilian. And I woke my crazy butt up at 3:30 this morning. I got my 30 minutes of cardio in, my glutes, core, and shoulders done. Had a few clients, and now I'm going to take Reagan to the sitters so that I can have some self-care time. I will be getting my Brazilian, my underarms, and my brows waxed for my show. I'm about to eat my second meal of the day, and that is turkey burger, some cauliflower, and asparagus. I started my Expel this morning. I took 2 Expel. I'll take 2 tonight, so that is supposed to completely dehydrate me. I'll be taking some heated yoga tomorrow to dehydrate me even more, but pretty much just a relaxing day ahead again. So I think I have officially broken the record for the weirdest thing I've ever eaten while driving. Steamed asparagus. Hungry problems. It's actually kind of good. I just got the best Brazilian underarm and eyebrow wax ever at Wink Salon by Angela. She is freaking amazing. If you are in Rochester, you are local, come see her. I will tag her. I am at Wink Salon on Empire Boulevard in Webster. I'm in Rochester, New York, for those of you that might not be local to where I am. And I got my eyebrows done, my armpits done, and a Brazilian. So I just wanted to go over kind of the overall experience. I met with Angela at Wink Salon, and she is absolutely amazing. I scheduled my appointment with her as soon as I signed up for my show because she was recommended to me by a few people actually. So, you know, to me, I'm a word of mouth person. If someone tells me that to go see someone, I usually take their advice more than I would if I saw an advertisement. So I booked an appointment with her. She has been amazing. Just as like talking to her on the phone, I booked the appointment. I knew I was gonna like adore her. And then meeting her today, she was just awesome. I'll first talk about the Brazilian because like that's probably the most what you would think uncomfortable one would be. I've had a bunch of Brazilians before in the past. I've had really good ones, and I've also had horrific ones. I've had ones where I've bled and I've bruised. I've had ones where they were great, but you never really know what you get until you walk in there. She was amazing the entire time. She really took, you know, made sure that she paid really close attention to detail. I know it sounds awkward, but, you know, made sure to kind of trim things so that it wouldn't hurt too much when waxing over a couple areas. She never wanted to go over an area more than twice so that I didn't have any bruising or anything. So she was really, really gentle, really made me feel really comfortable. I didn't feel awkward at any point. I've had Brazilians where they make, like, some of the ladies will make you get on your hands and knees to get your butt crack. Sorry, I know TMI, but she actually just had me kind of lift my legs up. So that was really kind of nice because it made it less awkward. So really easy to talk to. Like, I talked to her the entire time. There was no awkward pauses. I kind of felt like I was, like, making a new friend. So that went really well. Everything looks great down there. You're obviously going to be a little bit sore after you get a Brazilian, so she told me if I'm able to just take some ibuprofen. You know, there are some spots where you'll probably have to like go over them like with a razor. But I booked specifically with her all these waxing appointments because I also booked my spray tan with her. Just good to be consistent if like you're doing something that is kind of harsh to your skin. So when you're waxing, you're removing layers of skin, and then going and doing a spray tan, you want to make sure that you're giving yourself enough days in between. So for me, I just felt comfortable booking it with the same person. Hey, Rosie. I actually saw Rosie in passing at the salon. I loved seeing you today. So, you know, making sure that the same person is kind of taking that due diligence and care with your skin. So it was great. So I booked my waxing with her today so that on Friday she'll be doing my spray. She did my underarms. I stopped shaving my underarms last Monday, and my armpits look amazing, guys. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to want to shave my armpits ever again. Really wasn't that bad at all. She started with the Brazilian, so she kind of like went from like the most painful to the least painful. So I won't say that the Brazilian wasn't painful at all, because there definitely are points where you're like, oh my gosh, but she prepares you for it, so it's nothing like crazy. And then my armpits really weren't that bad at all. I have very deep armpits right now because of my low body fat. I'll actually show you guys if you want to see them too. People are probably gonna think I'm so weird, but hey, this is why you join this, right? So my armpits are actually really deep.
So you can actually, like, it was hard for me to shave them, but, like, look at how good those look, guys. Like, literally, there's no shadow at all whatsoever. Like, absolutely amazing. So, and she just talked me through the entire process. I've only ever had my armpits waxed one other time, and it was actually painful when they did it. So I'm really glad that she did that. And then look at these eyebrows, guys. Like, now I have sensitive skin on my face, but she never went over any areas twice. She did it in really, really small strips. I could honestly barely even, like, I didn't even flinch when she ripped anything off. She didn't even, like, really have to tweeze them too much after. So it was really painless. I love what she just kept the basic shape of my brow and just kind of cleaned them up a bit. I always get a little bit nervous about eyebrows because the last time I've had my eyebrows waxed was about 4 years ago, and some girl, like, really effed them up. And I've just let them grow in on my own. So my eyebrows, I always either just pencil them in or pluck them. So she did an amazing job. Like, all right. Hey guys, happy Wednesday night. I hope you guys have all had a wonderful day. I am attempting this for the second time. Hopefully it doesn't try to reconnect. I'm just getting home from the salon. My mom was watching Reagan. I had to go back to get my extensions put on for my lashes and get my hair extensions cut to my hair. Hannah Mirabella at Gina Marie Salon does my eyelashes. It's in Baytown Plaza if you are in Rochester, New York. She does an amazing job. I mean, look at these. Obviously, these are show lashes. They're a little bit longer than what I normally have. I do usually have eyelash extensions. And then my hairstylist, Shannon Stone, also at Gina Marie Salon, cut my extensions so that they don't look so ridiculous when I'm on stage. I'll actually be waving my hair. So she drew me an awesome diagram to teach me how to put my extensions in because my mom will be putting them in and I'll be waving my own hair. On how I picked my suit and tips that I have been given by my coach and by other people in the competition, I guess you should say industry, and just kind of things to look for, things to steer away from, things to go toward. The first thing is color. Obviously, we all look better in certain colors than others. You're going to have a dark tan no matter what when you're on stage, but if you have blonde hair, the colors that you choose for your suit with your skin tone might be a little bit different than for me. I have brown hair, obviously. So for me, I always look good in royal colors. I originally wanted to go with a black suit. Going into my competition, I have seen a couple girls with black suits, and they just looked amazing, and I wanted a black suit. But my coach directed me in the direction of either getting a royal blue or a very deep purple suit. And the reason for this is because typically, people in a blue or purple suit are more likely to place in the top 3. For whatever reason, it's just one of those colors that is such a bold color that judges tend to lean in that direction a little bit more. Well, this works out well for me because I actually, if I wasn't going to go with black, I was going to go with a purple suit. So I knew right away that I wanted a purple suit as soon as she said that. Which, you know, so I fell in love with my suit. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that is the one, that is the suit I am getting. If you have blonde hair, I have seen people with blonde hair look amazing in, pink suits. Green is an absolutely amazing suit color too. I love turquoise. Really, the number one thing is picking a suit that you feel like you're gonna fall in love with. I'm one of those people where if I am going to wear it with confidence and I know I'm gonna feel like a badass in it, I'm gonna just wear it better. Just like, picking that right dress. Like, that dress might not have looked great on the mannequin, but then as soon as you put it on, you're like, damn, I feel good in this. So it has to be something that speaks to you and what you know you can rock. But also, taking those things into consideration, your skin tone, your hair color, and leaning more towards those deeper colors. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Donna. I would definitely stay away from a yellow or an orange or gold suit because you want your suit to pop. And obviously you're going to have a very dark tan. So having something like a yellow or an orange or gold, you're gonna look like you're wearing nothing on stage. So that's kind of why I picked the color that I went with, and I'm so glad I did because the purple, like every time I wear it, it is absolutely perfect for my hair color, my skin color, and all those good things.
So second thing is, how do you order a bikini? Do you have to take your measurements? Do you, what are the connectors like? So it really depends on where you order from. I ordered from Angel Competition Bikinis, and they require that we send your measurements in. And what they do is they ask you how long your prep is, and they, based on your starting weight and what you think your show weight is going to be, they will actually create the suit based off of an estimate so that it will fit your body based on where they think you'll be. My suit fits absolutely perfect. So you'll have to take your measurements, you'll take your measurements around your butt, around your waist, and around, I believe it was like, I don't know if it was my shoulders, or my chest. No, it was my waist and then my chest. And then you'll send them in, and they actually sent me updates the entire time of them making my suit. So it was absolutely amazing to watch and like be a part of that experience. I'm not sure if all suit companies do this, but it was really awesome to watch that and to see that. Now, as far as, more price reasonable options, you don't have to do that. There are tailors local to your area that once you get your suit, you can get it custom fit to you. I'm a person of convenience. I'd rather pay more to have to do less. So that's kind of why I went this route. And plus I wanted to go with a reputable company, because when you're dishing out hundreds of dollars on a suit online, you want to make sure that you have a company that is obviously going to give you the best quality. For connectors, hey, do you have the suit? Did you show it? I do have a suit. I will show it to you. I actually showed it in my first live video, but I don't know if you were in the group yet, Wendy. So I will show it quickly. For connectors are things that you're probably gonna want to wait to order your suit until you speak with your coach or your posing coach, because connectors, I will show you. Actually, this is a perfect time to get it out. Okay, so my connector is a single, these are my bottoms. They are very, very small. This is my suit. So there's the front and the back. So these are your connectors right here. Some people don't have any gems at all. They just have a string. Some of them you'll see have the 3-tier dangles. I originally wanted the 3-tier because I thought it looked the prettiest. However, even though you guys might not think this, in the competitors world, I have wider hips. So I'm not someone where I am kind of built more square. I'm built where I have a dip and my hips kind of come out a little bit. So on stage, if I were to have the dangle, it would actually make me present myself bigger than having less. So I was advised to go with just the single connector, which I'm so glad that I went with that because it looks so good on my body. You never know, like the longer I compete, maybe my body type will change. Maybe we'll just want to switch it up, do something different for shits and giggles. But I went with the single connector this time, and I'm so glad that I did. It's less expensive to do a single connector, but it is still more expensive to get the connectors added. So just keep that in mind, that when you order a custom-made suit, it is more expensive to have the connectors added on. If you're to buy, an off-the-rack suit, it might not have the connectors, so that could be an additional expense if you had to get it tailored when you get your suit fitted to you. And then this is my top. I'll show you guys again. So again, I went with the connectors on the top. In the middle, I did the princess gem in the middle and in the back. So again, this is an extra cost, but I just think it takes your suit to the next level. And this is why they have to measure your back, because it's not very giving. This is actually big on me now. So, you also get something called Bikini Bite, helps your suit stay on. Thank you so much. I literally feel like a princess when I wear it. I'm just like, I feel like probably how someone feels on their wedding day when I wear my suit. So if you have wider hips, probably sticking with a single connector is better. If you have more narrow hips, I like to call them like girls that naturally have that more of that V shape, you could probably do well with, a double or a triple dangle. But always, make sure you ask your posing coach or your coach before ordering it. Also, each division has different guidelines. So in a pro division, you're able to wear a thong cut for bikini. Mine is actually not a thong. Mine is called a pro cut. So there's there's Brazilian, which is the thong, there's pro, and then there's two other types of bottoms. This looks like, it looks like it would be a thong, but it's not. Thongs in my show are actually prohibited, so you would get disqualified for a thong. This one is apparently borderline based off of what my posing coach said, but because luckily I have a smaller tush, it will be acceptable. But things like that are good to look out for, because when you're shopping online, you might just, think that, oh, I like these bottoms, I'm gonna go with these ones, but you have to be careful, because like things like the Arnold Classic in more pro divisions, you can have the thong cut, but in amateur divisions, you might not be able to get away with that. So all those things are great things to keep in mind. I don't think there's really anything else that I really had to think about too much as far as putting thought into my suit. The number one bit of advice I could give you is, if you are looking for a suit, look for something that you fall in love with, because you are going to wear the suit. You don't want the suit to wear you. You own it. If you feel amazing in it, that's all that matters, because yes, you're being judged on your physique, but you're also being judged on your stage presence. So if you feel confident in it and you feel like the queen of the world in that thing, then order that one. I think it's good to have some sort of guidelines, but always kind of just go with your gut instinct and make sure you're asking people, you're getting advice, and go with a reputable company, because you are investing a lot of money in these suits. A lot of these companies are really great with customer service, so it's kind of, you spend more to get a little more. Again, I went with Angel Competition Bikinis. I was super thrilled with their customer service. They went above and beyond. If you are looking to order a suit, I would highly recommend going through them. I know Taryn in this group is competing, and she orders through an amazing company as well. I will have her drop that information below for you too. So if you guys have any other questions about how I picked my suit, how maybe you want to pick your suit if you're thinking about competing, let me know, and I'm more than happy to ask any other questions. I have to go eat my last meal because I think it's burning, because I'm just a great cook. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Wendy. I will see you at the gym probably one more time before my show. Bye, guys. Good morning, guys. I am just picking up my room and getting some more stuff set and ready to go for our trip up to Buffalo tomorrow. It's only about an hour and a half from my house. Buffalo is where my show. Actually stayed home sick today. So this little one is helping mommy in her room, giving me a run for my money as always. I have a little bit of a headache today, and I think she found her Easter presents. But I started my Expel yesterday, which is a diuretic to help me drop my water weight and to completely dehydrate me before show day. So even though I'm a half gallon of water in already, feel dehydrated, if that makes any sense. I've been comparing myself to SpongeBob out of water, actually. So I'm going to pick up my room a little bit more, and I will be checking in with you guys before I go to my heated yoga class today. And just one more quick note before I leave you guys this morning. I got my eyelash extensions done yesterday. I had a fill with the beautiful Hannah Mirabella at Gina Marie's salon. She did them last night, and they are, oh my god, endure. That's why I popped in here to tell you guys I had a headache. I've been using my lavender since last night, and I just put a little bit on my temples. I don't sell essential oils, but I do use them, and I am obsessed. Hey guys, happy Thursday. I am in the car just getting back from posing. I actually just went to the grocery store for the third time today. I am officially 2 days out from my show. I am feeling really good. I'm feeling really confident, really ready, really prepared. I cannot wait to step on stage and just see what I look like with the total package. It's Thursday, my show is on Saturday. I still have about a half a gallon of water left to drink, so I have to finish that, but I wanted to give you guys an update on what I was supposed to be doing today, and kind of where I'm at right now. So I have been taking a diuretic called Expel since yesterday. It is an all-natural substance. It's very similar to taking like 4,000 milligrams of vitamin C. So you could either take Expel or you can take like 4,000 milligrams of vitamin C. This isn't something you have to do. It's something kind of just give you that little edge and to kind of just help you come in leaner in your muscles to help come in fuller on stage. So I took 4 Expel yesterday, 2 in the morning, 2 at night, and then I took 2 this morning, and as soon as I get home before I have my second meal, I will take my second dose of Expel, which is these 2 huge pills. They're enormous, and I'll take those with 16 ounces of water before it will be my 4th meal. So I'll take those. Typically you start taking them 4 days out from show day, because day 4, which would be your show day, is when it kind of has those peak results. So that is a diuretic I have been taking. I was supposed to go to a heated yoga class today at noon. My coach is freaking amazing and works for this wonderful organization in the area called Recovery. I actually met my coach at the gym that I work at. She is a personal trainer herself, but she actually works out at our gym, just because if you're a personal trainer and you work out at the same gym that you instruct at, sometimes it's hard to get your workout in. I would know, because people come up to you, they ask you a bunch of questions. So that is how I met her, but she works for an organization here in Rochester called Recovery, and it helps people with drug abuse and any sort of addiction that they may have. So whether it's alcoholism, drug abuse, codependency, any sort of addiction, and it's a non-for-profit. So I think it's really amazing that she does this. She's also a therapist, so she's just like the most amazing human being ever in the entire world to talk to, and I just feel truly blessed that God put her in my corner and for me to call her my coach. So I will not get emotional on this video. But she organized this event. It was supposed to take place at noon today, and we don't know what happened to the lady that was supposed to be leading the heated yoga class, but we stayed for about 20 minutes after 12 o'clock and she never arrived. So luckily there were only a few of us there. My coach was able to, my coach's name is M, was able to call some of the other people that planned on coming so that they didn't have to waste the drive, which was kind of nice. But so I didn't end up taking my heated yoga session. The purpose of that was to just completely dehydrate me even more. But with that being said, my coach said, she looked at me, she said, you know what, you look absolutely great where you're at right now. No more workouts from here on out. So she said, I am just to go home. I am to relax. I'll continue to take my Expel. She actually told me if I wanted to have fruit again tonight, I could. That's only if I feel hungry though. So if I don't feel hungry, don't have the fruit. If I do feel hungry, go ahead and have it. But she did also recommend that I pick up, it is called Smooth Move, and it's for occasional constipation. Now I don't necessarily recommend anyone obviously taking a laxative. Also, please don't go and like get diuretics just because, you know, you think it's going to make you lose weight, because it's not. There's a science behind this. Like, I have been doing weeks and weeks of preparation leading up to this. I'm making sure I'm staying fully hydrated. So please don't go to anything crazy, because I'm not promoting this in this video as any sort of weight loss. As you know, when you get nervous, sometimes our digestive tract tends to do some crazy things. I like to call them the nervous poops. And I used to get these when I played sports. Before games, I would have to poop really bad, and it wouldn't just be like normal poops. It would be like, I feel sick kind of poops. But also, I'm a pretty regular pooper. TMI, but hey, we all do it. I think with drinking my Shakeology every single day for the past 3 years, I didn't have any constipation during my pregnancy, which a lot of pregnant women do experience some constipation. I didn't. I have rarely experienced constipation on this prep, but I have noticed since peak week is the only week that I've been without my Shakeology. So I have never been without it for more than a day. So peak week, we did cut it. So I have noticed a few issues with me being able to go to the restroom. I typically poop about 2 to 3 times a day just because I eat a high fibrous diet. And the past 3 days I've really only pooped once. So I did obviously bring that to my coach's attention because I want to make sure that I don't feel constipated on stage, because that kind of makes you feel bloated. But then I also don't want to get the nervous enormous poops and feel like I'm gonna poop my pants on stage because it makes it harder to flex and all those things. Guys, this is all important things. This is what you signed up for when you signed up for the free group. So she recommended that I got this tea. So it's all organic, it's all natural, it's just an herbal supplement, and she's gonna have me take that tonight. So I'm just gonna drink it tonight, and hopefully kind of get everything out of my system tonight so that I no longer kind of feel constipated, and that when show day comes, there's really nothing too much going on in there to cause any issues while I'm on show day. The final thing on this video I'm going to talk about is peeing in a bottle. So I've been drinking out of a gallon jug. Don't you like, I pose in my jewelry too, so you guys get a little sneak peek of my jewelry for show day. But I've been drinking out of a gallon jug. So when you get your spray tan, a lot of people compete locally. Some people travel, but most people kind of get someone to do their spray tan at the venue. Because I'm driving an hour and a half up, I didn't want to kind of have to go through all this coordination. So I was recommended an amazing woman. Actually, the lady who did my spray tan, her name is Angela. And everyone was like, she's amazing. If you're going to get a spray tan for your show, you have to go to her. So I chose to get my spray tan done up here in Rochester before I take the hour and a half drive to Buffalo. My mom is actually going to be driving me because once you get your spray tan, you want to stay as still as possible. So I have an all black jumpsuit that I'll be wearing, so that as soon as I get my spray tan, it's very loose. I will literally just not move. I will relax. My mom will drive. With that being said, you don't want to pull your pants up and down to sit on the toilet that much. And also the toilet, you'll leave marks on the seat because your spray tan is very, very dark. This is not a normal spray tan. It's very, very dark. So she recommended I get a bottle. I cut the top off. And then when I'm in the car, since I'll probably have to pee a lot because day 4 is the peak day for my expel to work, which the expel is the diuretic, which also makes you pee because it dehydrates you. So I will be drinking this bottle of water tonight and then cutting the top off and putting this in my show bag to keep in the car with me on tomorrow. So that is why I will be peeing in a bottle. It's just simply easier to apparently stick your hands down your pants and pee in a bottle than it is to pee on a toilet. I don't know. So anyways, my coach has got me this far, so I trust her. I trust her word. So I'm just going to go with it. Hey, she tells me to do it, I'm going to do it. But that was pretty much the update on today. So I'm really bummed about the heated yoga because I made this huge deal about it, especially if you follow me on social media. I was really excited to use my, towel, my special towel. I've only done yoga like 3 times ever in my life, so I was really excited to do something different. But it didn't work out. But you know what? There is plenty of yoga in the area. We live in a very eclectic area, so there's tons of yoga studios that I will have plenty of opportunities to try in the future if I would like. So you know what, and it was a blessing in disguise. The day has planned out just wonderfully. 2 days out from the show, I feel great. I haven't been stressing. This week has probably been one of the most enjoyable weeks that I've had, probably as a full-time stay-at-home mom, as a Beachbody coach. I've just kind of taken the opportunity to soak everything in. I've kind of let some of the messages in my inbox just sit there. I see them there, so if you guys have sent me a message, I promise you I will respond. I'm just trying to soak in the last few days and just enjoy this the final few moments that I have before stepping on stage. To some people it might not seem like a huge deal, but when you prep and you work out and your life for 13 weeks revolves around getting your body in peak condition, to step on stage for just a few moments, it truly is, whether not even just speaking for myself, but for speaking for all other competitors, and just everyone in this industry alone, it is just takes such dedication and such heart and such drive, and it has been something that has been on my to-do list for a very long time. So I'm just choosing to soak in every single moment and just enjoy it, and think about the fact that in 2 days I will be enjoying homemade carrot cake from my coach and spending time with my family and loved ones and not having to worry about carrying around a container of food for at least a couple nights. So thank you guys for joining this sneak peek. I will be popping in tomorrow. I'm not really quite sure when. I'm sure I'll have a few things going on. I have my nail appointment and my pedicure first thing in the morning, so I will post pictures of those, and then I have my spray tan at 3, and then I head up to Buffalo. So I'll probably do some sort of live video when I'm in the car on the way up to Buffalo with my mom while she drives. I feel truly blessed this week, and I cannot thank you guys enough for all of your support. Doing something like this, you get a lot of negative opinions from people. You also get so many positive ones too, though. So it's something that keeps me going. So to have your guys' support, it truly means the world. Because it does get rough sometimes. So thank you guys so much for tuning in for Thursday's update. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and we're 2 days away, guys. I'm ready. So bye, guys. Hey guys, I hope you are all having a wonderful Friday. I am ready to get my spray tan. I have my nails done. I have my pedicure done. If you follow me on Instagram or on my business page, Jesslyn Fitness, or at Jesslyn Fitness on Instagram, you guys will be able to see all the pictures of how absolutely beautiful my nails and my toes look. Obviously, I have the complete package all done right now except for my spray tan. So I have my spray at 3, and then immediately after my spray I'm heading up to Buffalo. I have to be checked in by 6 p.m. And then I have our competitors meeting at 6:30, and then my polygraph at 8, so they could ask me all of the questions to make sure that I haven't used any illegal substances. I've had an absolutely amazing day again. Getting pampered was just what I needed this week. I think a lot of times I'm one of those people, I go, and it's really hard for me to relax. So taking this week to kind of take it all in, have a few extra deep breaths, and just use it this time to mentally prepare has just been absolutely amazing. My pedicure was probably, I know I've said that like 3 times already this week, but it's probably one of the best pedicures I've ever had. I will definitely be returning. It was a little bit more pricey, but it was so worth it. I don't even want to say it was pricey because I feel like you get what you pay for, and it was the best foot massage I've ever had. And then my nail lady hooked me up with the most beautiful nails. She really went out of her way. She bought the gems special for my show and was just so excited, and she was like, I was so nervous that you weren't gonna like your nails. I've been kind of nervous about it. So I've been going to her for 2 years, so I felt really special today. I've felt honestly really special this entire week. I will not cry on this video, but if I am going to cry, it has to be before my spray tan. So everything that you do in life, people are going to have opinions of you, and going through this prep, being able to share my testimony of the Lord, of my journey, of my family's journey, of my health, my wellness, my struggles, and just the love and the outpouring of support that I've received from not only my coaches on my team, or the challengers that I have, or the women that follow me on social media, or all of you in this group, but just the outpouring of love from everyone has been such a blessing to me. And there have been those naysayers here and there, but I have just had the most incredible experience. The past 13 weeks have just been such a blessing in my life. I think God puts things in your path and on your heart for a reason. And I truly believe that win or lose, that God put this prep on my heart for a reason. My coach has probably become one of my biggest mentors, and someone that I look up to tremendously. She has prepped me perfectly for this show. She has had my best interest in mind every single step of the way. So she did not, and I do want to note too, so my coach, she's more like a mentor to me. I obviously have been giving her little gifts here and there, but she has done this for me without even wanting a dime from me. So the fact that she cares about my interest that much, that she has gone out of her way several times. She does not know this, but I have gotten her a gift card, along with a couple other gifts and a little care package to give to her after the show. And just to let her know how absolutely truly blessed that I feel, and how much she has impacted my life, because aside from all of that, having the right coach is truly an amazing part of this prep. So I feel great today. I will probably not be popping in live in this group anymore. I'll probably be uploading some pictures for you guys. I'll probably upload a picture after I get my spray tan, but I feel great. I feel ready. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you that are in this group that have watched the videos, sent me messages. Everything has made such a huge difference. So I love you guys. Thank you for joining me for my Peak Week sneak peek. Again, I'm an open book, so if you have any questions, please reach out to me, let me know. I would love to help in some sort of way. If competing is on your heart, I would say if you are determined and you want to do something new and you are ready to give no excuses and just go all in, I would highly recommend doing it. And I am happy to help however you would like. So thank you guys. I'm about to go get my spray and mentally just prepare myself, because tomorrow I will literally be in the smallest piece of fabric I've ever owned in my entire life in front of hundreds of people doing my thing, being judged. So I love you guys and have a wonderful Friday. Thank you so much for joining me this week. Bye. All right guys, I am here at the DoubleTree getting ready to check in for my show. I have to be checked in by 6, and then we have the competitors meeting at 6:30. I have my polygraph at 8, and then I go up to my room until showtime tomorrow. So wish me luck. I'm just gonna probably decompress tonight, listen to some music, get my headphones in, relax with my mama and my Titi Connie, and say lots of prayers. Bye guys. Hey guys, I just got back from our competitors meeting and my polygraph test, which I did pass, and I have an amazing swag bag, so I'm going to show you guys exactly what I got.